Hey guys, Dr. Mike here. Today we're going to be talking about chapter 3 in my book, Becoming Employable. We're going to talk about being organized in your life. First thing we're going to do, what is organization? Why is organization important? And how can it improve your life? Well, I believe that a messy environment creates a messy mind. So if you're in your house, let's say you're sitting at your desk and there's just crap everywhere. It's going to make you feel uneasy. It's going to make you feel your focus is going to be off. It's going to give you some anxiety, worry, nervousness. And you can test this out on yourself. At some point in time, stop this video, however your desk is, and start just by cleaning up your desk area. And then turn the video back on and see how it makes you feel. Because a mess, everything, when there's chaos around you, it's going to make your mind feel like chaos. So even when you get up in the morning time, think about it. If you get up and you make your bed, how does that make you feel? Think about your car. Go out and look at your car and see, is my car a complete disaster? We're going to get into this. Go out, clean the inside of your car. Not just take the trash out of it. Wipe the dashboard off, wipe the windows off, wipe everything off, then go for a ride. And if it's nice out, also wash the outside of your car, wax it, do whatever you want to do. Make it just look so spectacular, and then drive around in it and see if it makes you feel any different. Okay? You can adjust this to every aspect of your life, in your health, in your relationships, and in your career. Chicken or the egg. So let's talk about this. You know, you see some people that are very successful, and you will not find a successful person that is completely disorganized. Okay. And then you're going to be very hard pressed to find a incredibly disorganized person that is successful. And what is success? Success might just be reaching a level of happiness in your life because you're proud about the things you're doing. So when you're driving down the road, look at a house. I don't care how much money you make. If you live in a trailer, if you live in a mansion, drive past a junky old trailer or a house, and there's just trash everywhere. Is there trash everywhere because the person doesn't have the money? Or does the person not have the money because they have trash everywhere and they're not organized? Do you think if there's trash everywhere around the house that they are organized in their career? Do you think they're organized in their health? Do you think they're organized in their relationships? They have everything in line? So what comes first? Is it you have to be organized to be successful, or do you have to be successful to be organized? I believe that you have to be able to, if you can organize your day, organize your life, organize your environment, that success is bound to occur. Okay. And we'll talk about why that is. You have to have some standards. And one of the main standards you have to have in your life, when you set your schedule, you've got to be able to tell people no. And a lot of people have trouble telling people no. You have to have standards in your health. Whenever in an organized manner of your workouts, your eating, and all that stuff, you can't allow other people to come in and mess with those standards. You have to be able to tell people no. Tell people no in health things, tell people no in career things, tell people no in relation things. You've got to have standards in it. One of the things that you must have also is not allow people with these standards is allow them to interrupt your schedule. When you set your schedule, you are the most important. You have to realize that you are the most important person in your life. Now, people are going to say a lot of the stuff that I talk about is very selfish. You have got to be a selfish individual to be able to be a giving and caring individual. Because if you don't take care of yourself, if you don't organize yourself, it all starts at your own personal level. If you can organize your life, you can be an example to everybody else. I mean, who is really going to want to be part of your life. If you can't keep your desk organized or keep your car clean and organized, how can you be expected to organize? And don't say, well, when I get that opportunity, then I'll get organized. It all starts, everything counts. Everything counts in life, from the cleanliness of your house and your bathroom, or how you pick up after yourself, to the job and the projects and the things you're going to have. I'll tell you just a simple little thing, job interviews, because my book right here does talk about, and my target audience is high school kids and college age kids, because organization is something that is so important. And the focus of my book is on being organized whenever you go into your career and to go into a job interview. So that's what I teach in some of my college courses. So if you can't organize it, if you ever go to a job interview and after the job interview, they walk you out to your car, trust me, there's a reason that they're doing that. They are going out there. You may be able to pull off the best interview ever. If they walk you out to your car and take a peek in there and there's trash everywhere, you've just lost your opportunity. I know, because I've owned businesses for 27 years. When I look at somebody's car, I can tell you exactly. A messy car is a messy mind. If you cannot keep your car organized, how am I ever going to expect you in one of my businesses to organize a project, to organize a group, to do anything of significance if you can't even keep your car clean? I know it seems minor, but the minor things have to be taken care of, the basics, before you get on to the advanced stuff. So step number one, how do I get organized? Well, I'm old school and I write things down. I have a planner that I plan out the entire year. I have it here week to week, and it must be visible in this planner right here, Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I wish I had Saturday and Sunday on here. There's so many different planners out there, but in this little area right here, really neat. That is the habit tracker. If you have to write it down, I put my habit tracker, or it's my list of things I do every morning. My program, getting up getting up early, check that off. Drinking my water, check that off. Doing my push-ups, check that off. Writing in my book, check it off. All of these things that I put down, I check it off. And I like this type of a planner right here, because as you'll see, there's nothing more satisfying than being able to sit there and cross things off the list, because it's like an achievement, like a win every time you can cross things off. That's why I don't use any type of technology. The only type that I really use is that organizes like my Zoom sessions or my online meetings that pop up. And if you're younger and you like that type of thing with your phone, you keep it with you, it's really good. But I just think that there is something, just having that tactile, being able to touch that piece of paper, writing it down, and being able to check it off, and to see those check marks and those lines through your accomplishments all day long, your entire week in this planner. I can see everything I did throughout the week, and I'll even write down some of the small things, even if it's take the trash on a Tuesday, take the trash to the corner, write it on there, cross it off. Man, it makes you feel good. Simple little tiny things like that. Be the good things, the big things, or even the small things. It'll motivate you to keep moving. Next, keep your house in order. This right here, that everybody has that like level. I know that my wife has a different level than me. Like when her level of disorganization is about this much. As soon as things get to us, as there's some dust on something, she needs to clean it and get organized. Me, I'm a little bit further, but what I'll do is I have a certain level, but I will schedule at least one day a week, and it's maybe on a Sunday, where I'll take everything off my desk, I'll wipe everything down, I'll sweep the carpet, I'll dust everything, I'll clean everything up, I'll organize my files, I'll get everything together so I can start fresh on Monday. Some people like to do this at the end of every day. Start their day. The more, the better. All I'm saying is not only your office area, wherever you work, if it's at home, I work from home, so it's even more important at home because as I walk around the house, I want to make sure that my bathroom is organized, my living room is organized, my kitchen. If there's dishes stacked up and there's trash on the floor and the carpets haven't been swept and things are just dirty, then it's just your mind, you have all this trash and this negativity in your head. Keep your environment clean. Like I said, if you can't even keep your house clean, your environment clean, how will you ever be able to do anything of significance in life? You are not going to find a CEO of a company or a business owner that is successful walk into their house and see it absolutely trashed, or look at their lawn and just trashed. No, back to the chicken and the egg. You don't get successful and then decide to clean up your life. You clean it up and then you become successful. Set priorities. What are your priorities? What are your must? When you put down your list of things for the day, and this is, I'm sure there are tons of digital things for your phone and apps that will allow you. But whenever I say put the trash down, that wouldn't be at the top of my list. I have to be able to set priorities for the day. I have my morning routine, that's my initial priority, but then my work priorities, things I have to get done. There are things that must get done on a daily basis, and there are other things, if I can get to them that day, I'll get to them, and other ones that are like, they're, you know, maybe it is sweeping my floor every day. If I could get to that, I could get to it. But there are musts and there are things that are non-negotiable that have to get done. So make sure you set your priorities in your planner every single day. Manage and measure your time. This is our thing. If we can't measure something, we can't manage it. And until you might live a life that is completely disorganized, and it will seem like there is not enough hours in the day. It's like every day you're like, where did it go? I have 15 things that I did not get accomplished today. Most often that happens because we are wasting time because we are not being aware of our time management skills. So we can't manage it because we're not measuring it. If you get down a planner, I like do this for a day, do it for a week. Write down in 15-minute increments throughout the day what you are doing. And then along with your list as well of what you're doing, you will find that there's probably 3, 4, 5 hours of your workday that is downtime, that you're not doing anything. So when you say, I don't have enough time to work out, bull crap. You have plenty of time to work out in a day. It's just you've not organized your time appropriately. If you get up at 5 in the morning, and even if you go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, I mean, look at all those hours in the day. Think about what you do when you come home. How much time, and write it down in 15-minute increments, not 1 minute. For this 15 minutes, this is what I did. Most of the time, it's a waste. So you cannot say that you don't have time to do things, because in life, we all know the things we need to do. We know that we need a certain way we need to eat. We know we have to exercise. We know we have to do certain things in our career. The thing is, we just don't do them. And a lot of times it's because we don't schedule them. We don't have a good scheduling system that is organized. Meet your obligations and your deadlines. If you tell somebody you're going to do something, that is your integrity. And if you're just off the, oh yeah, I'll meet you on Thursday for lunch, you don't have a system to write it down and you don't show up, that is against who you are as a person. It won't take too many of those mess ups like that to destroy relationships, to destroy your network, to destroy any type of opportunity. There are certain opportunities that only come along at certain times. And if you are not organized, and if I said next Thursday, can you meet me at 2 o'clock for a meeting? And you just off the top of your head, sure. And then you go back and you're like, oh my gosh, I had scheduled 3 things at that exact same time. Now I have to, how embarrassing is that? And it also tells the people that maybe you're not quite as important. So have your week scheduled out, have your month major things scheduled out in there. And if you don't have your schedule up to that point, tell that person, I'm going to have to get back to you. Okay. Don't just say yes to it. We go back to that part we're standing. Sometimes you just got to say no. Say no, or I'll get back to you. Okay. Build your personal brand. And this is the final one right here. Who are you as a person? Your brand. When people think of you, do they think of a disorganized mess? Or do they think of somebody who is incredibly organized? Because when you are in your career, your boss, the leadership, is not going to come to the person that has the most time that's sitting around. If you're waiting on that, it's not going to happen. They're going to come to the busy people because busy people get things done. And to remain busy, you've got to have an organized priority list. You have to have a planner. You have to have something. I would rather give a project to somebody who has a full schedule than to give someone to somebody who has no schedule at all. It's just riding by the seat of their pants because I know it's going to get scheduled. I know it's going to be done. That is the brand that you want. You want to be known as that go-to person in an organization. Okay. You want to make sure your personal brand is look at him or her. Look at their body. I can tell that they have an organized plan on how to do it. They didn't just you could go up to a person that is in shape and say, how did this happen? And they're gonna and you're not gonna hear, well, I don't know, it just kind of happened, or somebody who's successful that makes good money, has a great career, the career you want, and you say, how did you get to this point? I don't know, I just kind of stumbled into it. No, they had a plan. They had an organized plan with logical steps wrote out, and they were moving every day in that direction. That is who they are as a person. So basically, get a planner, keep your house in order, set priority lists, manage your time, meet your obligations and deadlines, and the result will be that you will be building a personal brand that will represent who you are in the marketplace, who you are in your health, and who you are in your relationships. Be one of those kind of people that people can count on. Now, there's lots of challenges and different things within the course that you want to get to, and also remember, there are only so many tomorrows. So live your best life now and get it organized. Take care, guys.